Hello everybody, Tom here with another video back on Grand Prix 4. Today we're going to be doing the Malaysian Grand Prix, and as I said in the last video, here are the new standings after I had to redo the race. If you want to know more about that, check out the end of last episode. Obviously, 2 weeks since last episode because of the updated schedule. We have gone to professional difficulty because I tried semi-pro and I still think that's a bit too easy. For where we are and where our teammate is. I think there was still a gap. Will mean we're going to be a bit lower down in qualifying. Thankfully it's dry, and I've done a bit of practice beforehand, but not for a couple of weeks, so no clue how well this will go. Do 7 laps of fuel. It's a bit much, but we'll go for it. I have also lowered the game sound, so you should be able to hear me a bit better over the engine noise. And we'll just see how things go. There's a couple of corners around this circuit I'm not a huge fan of. Tried to shift too early there.
Clear.
Any cars coming out behind us? Yeah, there is a Ferrari. So there's a few corners, as I say, around here that I don't tend to quite master. It's a little bit annoying sometimes. That one being one of them. Very nearly not doing it on our first outing wouldn't be very good, as I'll bring you back in at the end of the lap. Right then, we are now on the back straight, just before the final turn, going into the main straight, ready to start our first lap. I let the Ferrari go ahead because he's a much quicker car. In doing so, there's now a Jaguar that's a bit closer, which is the green car currently behind us. You might see him in our wing mirrors a couple of times. We'll just see how well this lap goes for us. Bit of a wide line into turn 1 there. Turn 2 quite poor actually. Already tell there's quite a bit of room for improvement. We tend to also have better race pace than we do qualifying pace. So hopefully that'll help us, because I'm not particularly strong at qualifying at most circuits. You can already see how the Jaguar is keeping up with us. Oh, that's a bit poor. Managed to get it round though. Thought we were going to oversteer a bit. Lock up there, not what we wanted. That's a bit messy, but I honestly do not enjoy that corner at all. There's no real set braking points, you just sort of have to guess each time you go in. Like with this one, as soon as it starts to straighten out, that's when I brake, and it always seems to work really well. That's a pretty strong lap, far off Michael Schumacher, but we can do another one. Very difficult to commentate and drive at the same time. Again, a little bit messy through the first 2 corners. I'm sure there's a couple of places we can gain a bit of time. Especially that we're burning off a bit of fuel. A lot cleaner through there. This corner again, one that's a bit tricky. Go onto the grass a few times there. Don't do so on this occasion. Ooh, a bit nearly wide and spinning it. There we go. And that's going to cost us. There we go. Did mention that corner I'm not a huge fan of. We were slower than we were last time on the timings, so it's not a huge loss, and we can go again. That's why I fueled the car up for a few extra laps, because we tend to want them. Whilst everyone else peels off into the pits, we've got the fuel that they probably started with. Yeah, 8 seconds off is a pretty slow lap. But we're in P10, and the last couple of times I tried this video, but the game unfortunately didn't like it and crashed a couple of times. That's wide. Ah. Shouldn't commentate round corners. Yeah, the last couple of times I've tried this, teammates ended up in 12th and 16th. Right, I'll bring you back in at the end of this lap so we can try again. Right then, on this back straight again, we'll see. I think we can probably manage just about 2 more laps. Maybe just 1 more. See if we can take a slightly wider line. No idea if that's going to make us slightly quicker or slightly slower. That was a terrible lap. But then again, we did go wide a couple of times, and traffic is not going to help. See a car coming out of the pit lane there. It might actually be our teammate in the other Benetton. Or it could be a Prost. Or a Sauber. There are so many cars that look the same. By which I mean blue. I think that might actually be a Sauber. Hang on, where's he gone? Is he just... Oh no, he kept going. That's a very quick start of the lap. Compared with where we've been the last couple of times. Try not to commentate around too many corners. Already seen the detrimental effects of that once. As I say, continuing to commentate around corners. There we go, lovely and smooth. Lost quite a lot of time through there. Oh, a bit on the grass, but it's fine. We've kept it. Kept it going. Which is very, very lucky. Absolutely no clue whether it's quicker or slower this lap. Much quicker, up to P7. Right, so we've got the warning lights, and we've got the little X in the corner, which is our team pretty much just telling us to pit. I can actually disable that, but I think we will pit. With some luck, we can be able to stay fairly close to the front, because P6 is the first position where you get points. So we could actually be in for some points if we're lucky and don't make too many mistakes. I don't think we will have enough time to go again though, judging from the time. So what we'll actually do, oh, hang on, is not crash, is we will accelerate the time. We will see where we end up. Where did we end up? How do I tell where we ended up? We end up 11th on the grid, so we dropped back a few places. Our teammates in 14th, so that's actually a fairly good start. We'll do a quick run through the grid. You've got Michael Schumacher next to Ralph Schumacher on the front row of the grid. Then you've got David Coulthard in 3rd, Juan Pablo Montoya 4th, Rubens Barrichello next to Hakkinen in 5th and 6th, Trullian 7th, Villeneuve 8th, Heidfeld 9th, Alesi 10th, we're 11th, Olivier Panis 12th, Kimi Räikkönen 13th, Giancarlo Fisichella, our teammate, 14th, Eddie Irvine 15th, Heinz Harald Frentzen 16th, quite far up for a Prost, 17th, Pedro Della Rosa, 18th, Enrico Bonaldi, Alex Jung 19th, Thomas Enge 20th, Jos Verstappen 21st, and Fernando Alonso 22nd. I need to learn how to pronounce those two names properly, because I honestly do not know. It's a wet race. That's interesting. And slightly worrying at the same time. But we'll see just how well things go for us. Alright then, here we go for the start of the Malaysian Grand Prix. P11 on the grid, professional difficulty, 2 levels higher than it was before, and it's in the wet. I don't know whether we'll have as good a race as we had last time out. Probably not. Lights out, and away we go. How good is our start? I mean, it's alright, it's not great though. You can already see we've dropped down a place, but people are going very slow into turn 1. See how many places we can make up. A few, actually. We're up into P5 now. Just through one corner. See if we can hang it around the outside of the Williams. Can't really. We've been hit. And we've been spun. In turn 1. Get out the way. And that is all of that hard work off the start done. And we are back down into last place. All the work in qualifying has gone out of the window. That is a horrible situation. So we've now just got to see if we can make our way back onto the back of the pack. And just see how many places we can gain up. And see if we can get anywhere in this race. You can already see that we're much quicker than the Minardis. And we've been able to get past one car in just a couple of corners, but I'm not sure we're ever going to see P5 again. That's not good at all. Have we got movement? We have not got movement.
Try and get back.
We are absolutely stuck here. And that is our race over. From the look of things. It's a horrible situation. Nothing so far today has gone our way. There we are then, getting pushed back by the mechanic. See if we can put it into neutral. So we are one of 2 or 3 casualties there, as we're getting taken to heaven, it seems. Where are we going? Oh, there's 2 of them. And that's it. That is the end of our race here. As you can see, Michael Schumacher will lead. Round these corners, we can accelerate time. Now for 5-6 laps you can see that something happened, and now it's David Coulthard who will win with a horrible disaster going on for Michael Schumacher, who's down in 11th along with Ralph. And so from the look of it, they had come together or something similar, but David Coulthard will win ahead of Juan Pablo Montoya and Mika Hakkinen, recovering after his horrible race last time out. If we have a look at the lap chart, you can see Ralph Schumacher had an accident in the 2nd lap. Michael Schumacher had something on some other lap. And we weren't the only retirement. Jos Verstappen retired early. Where are we on this list? Where are we? There we are. We didn't even finish the 1st lap. Nor did Olivier Panis. Nor did Heinz-Harald Frentzen, who was... I didn't even realise he had retired, to be honest with you. But that is a horrible start to our Malaysian Grand Prix. And as you can see, we're already down to 2nd in the championship after 2 rounds. David Coulthard is currently 1st. We aren't going to stay in 2nd, especially not in professional difficulty. And that result really isn't going to help us stay anywhere in the championship, really. But we are still ahead of multiple world champion Michael Schumacher. So he's obviously had a horrible time so far if he's been beaten by a complete rookie in a Benetton. Anyway, I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. It's been a terrible start to our season. after such a brilliant start to our season. I hope you will join me next time. I don't think next video will be on GP4, I think it'll probably be either Bomber Crew or Jurassic World Evolution. Haven't done them in a few weeks, and obviously it's going to be 2 weeks now after the updated upload schedule. So, make sure to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video where hopefully things go a little bit better. Goodbye.